let me very briefly take this opportunity to describe some of what is in this budget proposal. First, we are going to address the disgrace of the United States having the highest rate of childhood poverty of almost any major country on earth. This is the wealthiest country on earth, and we should not have millions of our children living in poverty. This budget is going to provide the long-awaited for help that working parents all over this country desperately need. And when we do that, we will substantially reduce childhood poverty in America. And we're going to do that by extending the child tax credit so that families continue to receive monthly direct payments of up to $300 per child. We began that process in the American Rescue Plan. It has been enormously successful in Vermont and all over this country as parents finally get the help that they need to raise their kids. And in fact, it has helped reduce childhood poverty in our country by 61%. And we are going to extend those child tax credits. Further, we're going to help working parents by addressing the crisis in childcare, by making sure that no working family in our country pays more than 7% of their income for childcare. And all over this country, talking to parents in Vermont, elsewhere, people are paying 25% of their income for childcare so that they can go to work. That makes no sense at all. And under our proposal, no working family will pay more than 7%. And when we do that, when we make childcare more affordable and accessible, it will allow over 1 million women who are now home with their kids to re-enter the workforce and improve our economy. And further, in terms of addressing the needs of our working parents and their kids, we will expand public education by providing universal pre-K to every 3- and 4-year-old in the country. Madam President, this budget proposal is going to end the international disgrace of the United States being the only major country on earth not to guarantee paid family and medical leave as a right. Somebody who is sick today should not be forced to go to work and maybe by expanding their illness by contagion, make other people sick. Parents should be able to stay home with their sick children. And when a woman has a baby, she should not be forced back into work a week after giving birth simply because she has no income to stay home. Yes, in America, we will join every other major country and guarantee paid family and medical leave. And Madam President, we will begin to address the crisis in higher education by making community colleges in America tuition-free. And this will give millions of young people and working people the opportunity to get the education they need to acquire the skills so they can go out and get the good-paying jobs that are out there. It will also give people the opportunity to transfer the 2 years of credits earned at a community college to a 4-year school. Now, I hope in years to come we will go further, but 2 years of free community college is no small thing. Madam President, this budget proposal begins the process of taking on the greed of the pharmaceutical industry and saving taxpayers hundreds of billions of dollars by requiring that Medicare negotiate prescription drug prices with the pharmaceutical industry. It is not acceptable to me and to the American people that we continue to pay by far the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. Medicare must negotiate prescription drug prices, and this budget sets the stage for that to happen. And Madam President, we will use the savings acquired by negotiating prescription drug prices in Medicare by expanding Medicare. We're going to use those savings to expand Medicare to cover the dental care, the hearing aids, the eyeglasses that seniors desperately need. This is the wealthiest country on earth, and yet we have millions of senior citizens who lack teeth in their mouth. They need dentures. They can't afford to get it. They need hearing aids in order to communicate with their grandkids. Can't afford to do that. They need a decent pair of glasses. Can't afford that. And in terms of health care, we will also substantially increase the number of doctors, nurses, and dentists who practice in underserved areas and expand the community health center program into new areas as well. Madam President, this budget proposal will combat homelessness in America and address the reality that nearly 18 million households are paying over 50% of their limited incomes for housing through an unprecedented investment in affordable housing. We will ensure further that people in an aging society, we're getting older as a society, and that we will ensure that those people can receive the health care they need in their own homes instead of being forced into expensive and inadequate nursing homes, and that the workers who provide that important care to the elderly and the disabled are not forced to exist on starvation wages. This is such important work and such emotionally draining work. Those folks deserve a decent paycheck. And Madam President, we will bring undocumented people out of the shadows and provide them with a pathway to citizenship, including those very brave workers who have courageously kept our economy going in the middle of a deadly pandemic. Madam President, as I mentioned earlier, we will take on the existential threat of climate change by transforming our energy system toward renewable energy and energy efficiency. Among many other provisions in terms of climate change, we will establish a civilian climate corps which will give hundreds of thousands of young people good-paying jobs and educational benefits as they roll up their sleeves and get to work to help us save the planet. This budget proposal will make it easier, not harder, for workers to join unions in America